How good is that? Hey everyone, I'm in the Blue Mountains today and I found this really awesome waterfall to camp at. I've been looking on Google Maps for like the past 6 months to try and find a waterfall that's, you know, secluded and no one knows about, and I finally found this one. Most of the ones around this area, they're all massive tourist destinations, so you can never have the place to yourself. You can't camp there. This is a really awesome find. It's in this nice secluded kind of little mini canyon thing. I'm down to my last couple drops of water. I'm gonna have the rest of that once I've set up my tarp. And then I guess I'm gonna have to boil the water from the waterfall. But I have no idea if this is clean or not, so this might quickly become a very unpleasant camping trip if it is not clean. It's nice to finally sit down. So this is called a plow point shelter, and it's quickly become my favorite setup for camping, just because it's so easy to set up and it's so quick to set up. So in my opinion, it's probably the best emergency shelter you can make with a tarp. All you need to do is tie one corner of it to a tree, and then you peg out the remaining 3 corners, and then you have a shelter immediately. The only downside, if it's really, really windy and raining, then you could get sideways wind spitting in here. It also gives you plenty of room, headspace wise, to do some cooking in front of you, or just, in my case, enjoy the waterfall in front of me, which, geez, it's such a good spot here. So glad I found this. All right, so now I'm gonna try and start a fire. And then once I've got the fire going, I'm going to try and boil some water. And I'm pretty scared of drinking this water because I have a massive phobia of vomiting. So the idea of this getting me sick is really freaking me out. But if I want this to be a recurring spot, then I got to figure it out. I'm going to use a whole bunch of this dried up fern, totally dead, and it'll just ignite straight away, so that'll be my main kindling. Quickly decide to move the fire just then. There's this continuous draft coming off the waterfall and pushing it towards the tarp, so sparks were being sent all up against the inside of the roof, and I love my Alton tarp. I can't let it burn tonight. ha! My ankle just gave the loudest crack.
Fire!
So tonight, I'm going to be sleeping in the Snugpak Jungle Bag. It's a 7-degree sleeping bag. It has a mosquito net that zips up over your face so that you're fully enclosed in the bag. And if you remember a couple of videos back, I was talking about my interest in like cowboy camping, which is basically just camping in just your sleeping bag. And then, you know, maybe a tarp over the top of you, I guess. But I am shit scared of spiders and scorpions and all that, so I found this, and that's pretty much solved my worries with the ground-dwelling creatures at night. So this is the dwelling for the night. So you can see here, it's got the mosquito mesh over your head. And another thing that I really like about it is it's not in the traditional mummy shape, which is where it thins down at your feet. It's a square all the way along, so you got plenty of room to wriggle around and whatever. Still just bubbling. There's plumes of steam coming out the sides now. Oh, I think it's pretty much done. Alright, moment of truth. I may regret this a lot. In 6 hours. Well, it feels good now at least. I didn't want that much wood. Well, that was very lucky, wasn't it? That's me sorted for a while. Hopefully be able to hear me okay this video. I just realised that the whole thing takes place right next to a waterfall. Hopefully it turns out okay. This is one of my most favourite camping items that I own. It is a beanie with a torch. It is so simple, and it's so helpful. I wear it every night when I go to bed, and then if there's any trouble, just quickly tap my forehead and I've got light, rather than scrummaging around for a bloody head torch in the middle of the night. It's great. Thank you, Eva, for buying me this head torch beanie. I can feel a number 1 coming on, so I don't know whether to get it into bed or not. cold. So it's a 7-degree bag, and I think it got down to 4 degrees Celsius. So bit nippy, not too bad. I had my coat over the top of the bag, and then I had my jacket on inside. Mainly my legs that were cold, actually. I think we actually had a bit of rain last night, because everything's like saturated and it's very cloudy, but I didn't hear it one bit because the waterfall just drowns out any noise imaginable. Alright, I need a fire. A couple of rain clouds looming around, so I think I might pack up the tarp and everything just so I can get away quickly if I need to. So I guess that water did turn out to be fine. So that's good. Glad that I didn't wake up in hell. I've actually drunk some of the water straight this morning, and I wanted to do that to see if I do get sick. But if I don't, then I know that I can come back here and drink straight from here and not have to worry, because this is pretty far away from everything, so I don't really see where any contamination would come from. Alright, well I hope you enjoyed that little trip. I certainly loved it. This is a great little spot. Anyway, there's a bunch of rain clouds coming over, so I gotta skedaddle. So see you in a weekend or two.